I'm here with Dr. Claire, and I don't know what we're doing. I wanted to do busting skincare myths with Dr. Claire.
Let's bust some myths.
Number 1, you should only apply your neck cream in upward strokes. Is that true or is that a myth?
That is what we tell people to do, but I don't really think it makes any difference. You can probably just apply the neck cream. It gets absorbed either way.
Number 2, your eye cream should only go on with your ring finger.
Okay, so that is good because you're not putting a lot of tension and you're dabbing lightly. But the truth is, if you can do the same light touch with any finger, it's really okay.
That's what I think too. Like, what's the difference if I just very gently touch with my finger?
This finger is less force than the other fingers.
Well, then the pinky is probably great, right?
But you could also take this finger and be aggressive.
Yeah, you could poke your
again, it's stupid.
I do use the ring finger just because I feel like that's the easiest for patting, but you know, whatever floats your boat.
Because you're only taking a little bit of eye cream. So if you want the eye cream to go far, I feel like if you do this, you kind of blend it in nicely.
Yeah.
Not medically important.
Number 3, you must use your AHAs, BHAs, your chemical exfoliants on different nights that you use retinoids. You cannot use them the same night.
Absolutely wrong. If you have skin that can tolerate an AHA, BHA in the morning and you put that on, you're gonna be nice and glowy. You did your superficial exfoliation, and then at bedtime you can use your retinoid. That's kind of the ideal. I just think for myself, if I did that, my skin would be flaky and peely and I'd be red all day. But Jillian's able to do that because she has slightly more oily skin than me.
Well, you use your AHAs in the morning, right?
Yes.
So Dr. Claire uses her chemical exfoliant in the morning and her retinoid at night. I use my chemical exfoliant at night, usually like 3 nights a week. I wait a full 30 minutes to an hour.
Oh, and then you do it on top.
And then I do my retinoid, because if I do it any less than 30 minutes, I get red and irritated.
But can I ask you something? Because I've tried this differently. The chemical exfoliant in the morning, to me, when I do that, my skin is glowy during the daytime.
So I've tried it.
Yeah.
I put it on and then I wait a bit and then, you know, I do my other steps. I go outside and I am bright red and I am irritated. I almost like burn.
So interesting. I love it in the morning.
To each their own, but I think there's really 3
3
different ways you can use them. You can cycle them, you can alternate your nights, you can do what Dr. Claire does, which is morning and night, or you could do them same night and just wait a bit in between.
I think the biggest advice is to do one thing into your regimen every few days. So you're not going to start straight out the gate doing your chemical exfoliant. You need to really go slowly with both of these products. They're both known irritants. So you're going to do your retinoid a couple nights a week with moisturizer before you jump into chemical exfoliant.
Make sure you're totally acclimated to both before trying them together.
Right.
So
she's advanced. She's an advanced skincare
we
person.
Sweat. Okay, we can't turn it on. We can't hear anything. Next question. Chemical sunscreen is dangerous. You should only be using mineral.
That's not true. While I'm definitely a proponent of mineral sunscreen, it's mostly because I don't like the chemical dripping in my mouth and stinging my eyes. I just prefer a mineral sunscreen. I've also found on my children, just as a little experiment, when I put mineral on, because it sticks on their skin when they go in the water, it doesn't come off as quickly. So I feel like it's a little bit better. However, there are a lot of safe chemicals. We don't know the future. They've pulled some chemicals from the market. Definitely for sea life, ocean life, there's a few that we have to be careful about. So environmentally friendly is a little different. But anyone can claim anything and put reef safe, and there's a lot of things that are not really supervised, like clean. Those words clean are not, they're not regulated.
I think people are particularly scared of what's the ingredient, avobenzone.
Avobenzone's the biggie.
So do people have to be scared of avobenzone?
Here's the thing, in tiny quantities, like just your face, you're not gonna get the absorption into your bloodstream. But on a little baby, I'm not gonna smear that baby with chemical sunscreens because of the risk of absorption. So there's some factors in this, but it's really, I don't like when people do these black and white comments. Chemical is not bad, mineral is not better. There's gray zone here.
Yep, totally. This is a great one. I get this one all the time because I am constantly saying very gentle circles when we wash our face and do our physical exfoliants, and then people say to me, but scrubbing your face super hard is how you get off the dead skin cells.
You don't need to be aggressive. Actually, that's the wrong way. That's not what you need to do. It's
Yes.
very easy
Ding,
to
ding, ding.
remove the dead skin cells. You don't have to be aggressive. You can use a physical exfoliant, which has a little bit of graininess
And very
and
gentle.
that's enough. Actually, almost everything that we do after lasers, we tell patients, don't take a towel, don't rub your skin.
Yeah.
Rubbing the skin actually leads to darkening of the skin and
Totally.
thickening. That's the response of the skin, and that's how you end up with pigmentation and difficult and things that are.
And I've broken
scarring.
capillaries before I knew how to take care of my skin from scrubbing really hard, trying to I don't know what I was trying to get off. But then I've looked in the mirror and I've been like, oh God, what is that red squiggly line all of a sudden that appeared?
I don't think any dermatologist will say that it's a good thing to scrub your skin aggressively.
Okay, this is my favorite. Regardless of wearing sunscreen or not, you must sunbathe occasionally to get vitamin D.
Right, so that's definitely not a thing, but between the hours before 10 a.m. and after 3 p.m., getting a little bit of light exposure is not a problem with sun protection. With sunscreen, you're still getting a percentage of UV rays. First of all, you're not using what you're supposed to be using because as we've shown, 2 finger lengths, full finger lengths for your entire face. I've tried it. It's a lot.
No one's
doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So if I'm not doing that, then I'm not getting the protection that I think I am. So that's enough in and of itself. Also, if I apply it at 9 a.m. and I go in the sun a little bit at 1 p.m. with sunscreen, and I didn't reapply, I'm getting something again. So
totally.
Unless you're a mime or you're wearing a full head to toe cover up.
I think people are saying they mean sunbathing with no sunscreen.
You're not doing that to get UV. You're not doing that to get your vitamin D.
Last but not least, I get this comment all the time. Why do you get Botox? Doing facial massages and gua sha will get rid of your wrinkles.
Wrinkles of the face that are based on muscles of facial expression, meaning your forehead, frontalis muscles contracting, leading to lines. The orbicularis oculi is contracting, leading to lines. These are muscles. You can't take a gua sha and you can't use your fingers to stop the muscle from contracting. That is the cause of creases here, here, and here. That's how toxin works. It has nothing to do with skin texture. It's a whole different thing. Lymphatic drainage, that's a separate issue. We're talking purely with toxins about the creases and the wrinkles in these areas that are due purely to muscle contraction, which we then relax with the toxins. So you can't substitute a tool for that. Not even a laser. There's nothing else. That's it.
That's it. Let us know what else you want us to talk about. Do you have any questions? What's a myth? What's something you've heard of that you want us to clear up? And we'll see you next time. Bye. I need air. I'm dying. Are you not dying?
No.